Hello, welcome to my second project for MA 3210, Design and Manufacturing. Uh, my name is Declan Campbell, and my professor is Dr. Hassan Rashidi. The product I am proposing today is a dumbbell holder accessory used for a bench in the gym. To kind of show you the product I'm adding on to is an incline bench. It's a very common piece of gym equipment that is used when you're using free weights. It's often difficult when you're using higher weight to get um, dumbbells into the positions necessary for vertical pressing movements. Even though you're strong enough to do these movements, um, it's just like taxing. Um, it's like taxes your energy to get the weights into these positions. Um, so this is like a problem that bothers me. This is the whole point of this project. To make a video that kind of illustrates it. Um, you really kind of need to use momentum to get the weights into position. Um, so here's some kind of some concept art I generated with AI to kind of show you my thought process for the product. Um, it will allow for much easier access for the dumbbells for these movements. You basically place the dumbbell um, on that like holder or rack, and it's easy to access for those movements. You wouldn't have to waste energy getting the dumbbells into position. The design I was thinking of was very customizable and modular, really allowing for maximum ease of use and ergonomics for anyone, no matter their proportions or size. Um, More and more people are going to the gym. It's become increasingly popular. So I think there's a large market for this product. Um, there's already some existing market competition, but I've really never seen anyone using these products at all. I don't think they're very popular. They're also like a very different concept than my idea. It requires you to basically go into like a Smith machine or like a bench press or squat rack and like hook the this product onto that. So it's kind of clunky and inconvenient to use. Um, so I don't think there's really much market competition getting in the way of my product. So here's the design that I came up with. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. There's a whole bunch of customizable moving parts that really allow you to fine tune how you want to use it. The first is this bench rail connector, which basically slides along the incline bench press and allows you to like set the height of where you want the dumbbells. This requires integration into the actual bench itself, which we'll get into later, which is kind of a drawback. But anyway, there's these two stoppers on the left and right that basically prevent the uh, sliding bases from sliding off the rails. Um, this it's about 18 inches long, which should be plenty of space to basically put the dumbbells where you want. There's also these sliding bases, which are about 6 inches long, and about 3 inches wide. They need to be like big enough in order to like support the weight that'll be held on them. It could be up to 100, 110 pounds being placed on these things. They need to be like very strong. Um, there's also these sliding holders shown here, which can be adjusted moving up and down depending on like how big the dumbbell is. Um, so to show off this product, here is the CAD model with all the functionality and moving parts of it. So as I mentioned, it can slide in this gap in the bench, up and down on either side, wherever you want it. Then these bases can slide, left and right, depending on how much space you want, how big the dumbbell is, and also these holders can slide as well. So there's a lot of functionality to this product. So in terms of material, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think steel is the leading candidate. It's strong enough to really hold that weight that is needed to be held. I was also considering titanium tungsten. some like higher end options. And while they will get the job done, I don't think there's nearly as cost effective as steel. Like I said, these things are really holding 100, 110, 120 pounds. So strength really needs to be a priority. In terms of the manufacturing processes, I also think they're pretty straightforward. There's a lot of prismatic shapes, so I think hot extrusion could really take care of those. Steel rolling is also an option, um, but I'm not sure it's as economical as extrusion would be. I also think a CNC fillet machine will do a good job for some of the curved parts. So I think a mix of those two options would work. Um, the blast furnaces and casting processes are also a viable alternative. So in terms of the product advantages, I think it does greatly increase the ease of use and quality of a very common product. The bench, this design that I've come up with, I was very proud of it in terms of how adjustable it was. So people of various shapes, sizes, heights, ages, could all use this product the same. So this adjustability also makes it compatible with any dumbbell of any size. So it's really it works for everyone and it can be adopted by everyone. There are some disadvantages. The design needs to be like integrated into the bench design. So it couldn't be sold as a standalone product because this integration is required. There's also a lot of moving parts, so it might be prone to breaking or needing servicing or just like might kind of need lubrication or something like that. But also like I need a decent amount of assembly and fasteners, which will increase the complexity and the price of this design. It also might be a little clunky and kind of get in the way of your workout. So these are all kind of weaknesses that need to be considered moving forward in order to make the best product. Here are the resources I use. I read a couple articles about steel rolling and steel manufacturing processes. I used the textbook, ChatGPT for generating concept art. I use Inventor to model all of the parts in the assembly. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.